Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy, technology, principles, applications, and now philosophy, spirituality, and religion. This video is about magnetic energy and religion. So, God help me on this one. Our planet Earth and the rest of our solar system, for that matter, are about to experience some energies that haven't been felt on this planet for thousands of years. Higher vibrational energies, energies that will transform consciousness, transform DNA, transform the environment, transform a lot of things, and magnetic energy technology and similar technology will come online. Typically, when this process happens, religions go through a significant amount of transformation. And this is a really positive thing. It's an incredibly positive thing. Unless you are hanging on very tightly to lower vibrational energy, then this could be a bit of a challenge. So, as we move into these higher vibrational energies, people will begin to think differently, feel differently, and experience religions differently. And so let's just back up a little bit and try to think about this from a magnetic energy point of view, since that's the model that these videos are coming from. So everything has a measurable vibratory balance or vibratory rate or magnetic resonance to it. And when you look at the different religions and their doctrines and when those documents were written, there are some extraordinary revelatory passages in those documents, and then at the same time there are parts of those passages that could be considered high, like very low in vibration. Things like war and different principles and concepts that are very low vibration. And there's really no mystery to that, because when those different documents were written, the Earth in the last few thousand years has been in some pretty low vibratory energy. So that type of energy has been supported as part of the cycle that we've been going through, which has a tremendous amount of value for different reasons. There's nothing really negative about it. It's all part of a ongoing process. And it's a process that we've all agreed to engage in. And so there's really nothing wrong with what's happened. It's just kind of what it is. They're lower vibrational energies. And so as people become more aware and more enlightened and they have expanded consciousness, they will begin to see, not only with the help of technology, which will be able to literally examine any event with 100% perfect clarity, any event that's occurred throughout history with 100% perfect clarity. But it's not just using the technology to do that, it's that when people get that expanded consciousness, they will be able to travel in their consciousness, in, if you might call it astral projection or whatever you want to call it, they'll be able to do the same thing, and they will immediately become aware of how certain documents, such as the Bible, have been highly manipulated and highly changed, or whether things have been redacted or removed or added, and how that's happened over time, and how it has changed the meaning of those passages, or completely omitted certain things that were meant to be in there. And as that happens, maybe there's conspiracy behind it. It doesn't really matter who did it and why they did it, whether it was a pope or it was trying to control people, whatever. That it doesn't matter. At this point, what will happen is people will begin to become aware of all of those changes and how they've affected the overall beliefs of all the different religions, and how they have influenced people and contributed to a level of vibration on the planet. And so as that process is actually going underway, people will begin to gravitate toward the higher vibrational frequencies or resonances, if you will, of various religions. And that becomes a very powerful practice. So all the various religions around the world all have these components of this high vibrational energy that can assist people on a path to enlightenment and a path to higher consciousness. Religions have that ingrained in them. They have that energy that they can contribute to the evolution and progression of the planet if people are willing to engage in that process. So I'll tell you real quick the secret of the universe. The secret of the universe is 1 + 1 = 8. Now, what that means is that nothing is as simple as it seems. There's extra dimensional energy, there's etheric vibration, etheric energy that contributes to everything. And when you remember that, if for those of you who are familiar with Christianity, that idea of when two or more are gathered, when you combine certain energies, you don't just double it, you get a geometric multiplication of that. So 1 + 1 = 8. It's kind of like when you start bringing the best aspects of different religions together and people start realizing the interconnectivity of this global mind and how it has expressed itself over these thousands of years with these different belief systems, the power of those coming together becomes exponential. And that's really profound because it allows, as people gain in that acceptance and gain in the acceptance of various belief systems, the higher vibrational energies of those religious systems can actually become quite profound and can have this amazing effect at raising consciousness. Now, for some people, this may be difficult to embrace because certain religions really propagate a lot of lower vibrational negative energy. And so it's very important that people start to let go of those energies. So anything that has to do with, like, say, fear or guilt or anger or hatred of another race, anything like that, those vibrations are very low, they're very destructive. They'll start losing any universal support very soon, and so it's up to people to kind of engage in letting go of that, and part of it may be literally just breaking an addiction to lower vibrational energies. And so lower vibrational energies can be addicting because people tend to think that if they hold on to a tremendous amount of fear or anger, that it is somehow protecting them, when in fact it's not. And there's this ongoing idea in some religions that God or the source is some sort of like being that has a spectrum of sometimes lower vibrational energies, sometimes high vibrational energies. It's anywhere from judgment and hate and punishment all the way up to love. And from a magnetic energy point of view, and from many other points of view, I can assure you, and others as well, that the source of life, the source of love and light for this universe is such a high vibration that there is absolutely no judgment, there is no punishment, there is no anger in that energy at all, not even a little bit. All those lower vibrational constructs come from human imagination that's partly a result of the lower vibration that we've been in the cycle on this planet. So I don't even want to throw blame on anyone, but you can throw blame on governments and institutions and religious institutions trying to control people. But why were they doing that? What's the energy supporting that? And this lower vibrational cycle tends to produce a lot of that type of energy. And so as that fades away and we move into a new cycle, we begin to dismantle those old religious paradigms, those old religious views, and those lower vibrational energies start to fade away, and we realize that they don't serve us anymore. They don't serve us, and I'll tell you why. And this is a key to all of this. Why are lower vibrational energies something we want to let go of? why are they hurting us? Are they, especially from a religious or spiritual point of view, what do they actually do to us? So there's a saying that an experience is worth 1,000 beliefs. And when people experience this source energy and how extraordinary it is, and how the purity of the love and the light of that energy, when people engage in that energy and have a more powerful, more profound, more in-depth experience with that energy, it will be the greatest thing they've ever experienced by a long shot. It'll be the most amazing, most mind-blowing thing they've ever experienced. And as soon as they go through that experience, it will instantly transform their beliefs. And they will come to realize, people will come to realize that low vibrational beliefs or feelings or energies or words or actions, they create a blockage between that person and that source of pure light and love. They create a blockage there. And people will do anything in their power to not have those blockages once they've had that experience, because they realize immediately that that's really what this whole incarnation thing is all about, is having that type of experience. That's who they truly are. That connects with them at such a deep level, such a profound level. Imagine the greatest experience you can possibly imagine, and you're not even close to touching the profoundness of experiencing that communion with Source. And part of that is because while we're incarnated, it's impossible to imagine what that energy is fully like. The feeling, the intensity, it's so far beyond what we can imagine as a physical experience that it's completely transformative. And so that alone leads people to want to have religious belief systems that are high vibration, strictly high vibration. And that will become like a global community type of feeling or belief. It'll become something where love is the predominant energy. Why? Why is that? Because it keeps your path clear. It keeps you open to that connectivity with Source. And that becomes the number one priority. Opens up the heart channel, opens up the mental channel, opens up all the chakra channels. And it's really something that's beyond what we can really even imagine while we're incarnated. So if you really begin to think about that energy, that source energy being at such a high vibration, there is no punishment in that energy, period. And I'll give you a clue. We are loosely connected to these incarnations, but our true selves have been with that energy all along. And nothing changes that we do in this experience. Nothing changes it. And so with that and this quick little video, I will see you next time.